213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000, the law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Seller's Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Mathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Mathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first-ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days and style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Friday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, short show. You know why? Because it's that day, sucker. The day that the road to Robert's redemption could hit the Fall Classic. Game 5 of the NLCS in Queens. Will the Dodgers bury Grimace and those gutless Mets?
Yeah, and by the way, and Grimace is going to be at those games.
We will bring you the live play-by-play, courtesy of ESPN Radio, at 2 o'clock this afternoon, right after Steve and John. And then, after the game, don't miss the final Lakers preseason game with Ireland on the call tonight. We got you loaded. See, that's what's on tap. Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Plus, we'll look ahead USC Maryland tomorrow. Can the Trojans beat the Terrapins and maybe win a game? Speaking of winning a game, can the Rams do it against Corporate Greg's Raiders on Sunday at SoFi? All of that and so much more. Let's get to it. Celebrating their 20th year at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What an afternoon it is, huh? Chance for the Dodgers to punch their ticket to the World Series a little bit later on. As Morales said, we'll have that game for you live. Ireland is in San Francisco getting ready for Lakers preseason. Final preseason game of the – you must be relieved that the preseason is over and it's all going to start for real.
Yes, looking forward to Tuesday and last night, Mace.
Yeah.
In the shadow of the Dodgers taking care of business in New York, a star was born. Did you hear about this?
I did.
Connect 4.
Wow. Dalton Knecht, who was the 17th pick in the draft, might have – I think the Lakers may have stolen this guy. I think if you look at the preseason and the way all these rookies played – he should have gone top 3. And you know why I think he didn't? He played 4 years of college.
Actually, did he play 4 or 5?
Well, he may have had to sit out a year because he played 2 years at a small school in Colorado and then 2 years at Tennessee.
But that's also why I think he's good. He's had more experience under his belt than some 19-year-old from France.
Well, look at the guys that came in drafted 17. Wasn't Jaime Jaquez drafted 17?
No. Well, so here's – and maybe the Lakers learned their lesson. Last year, the Lakers had the 17th pick 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's
Last
18,
year they took Jalen Hood-Schifino, who they're still working on, still a project. He played 1 year at Indiana. Right after that, Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Pajemski, Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, it's good.
All finished on the all-rookie team, all three of them. And Jaquez, looks like he's going to be a great NBA player. Same thing with Pajemski. So this year, the opposite happened. Everybody else stayed away from Dalton Knecht, the 4-year guy, and left him for the Lakers. Rob Pelinka said after the draft they had him top 10 on their board, and the Lakers take him. And so for people, I'm assuming most of you don't know what we're talking about because you were watching the Dodger game. They were on at the same time. The Lakers were down big in Phoenix. They emptied the bench, put in everybody, and Dalton Knecht just went off. He scored 35 points in 34 minutes. He finished 8 of 13 from three. And at the end of the game, Mace, Mike Budenholzer made that mistake that I complain about all the time. His team was up by 3 with 8 seconds to go, and he didn't foul.
Did not foul.
And Dalton Knecht hit that 3. Then he got into overtime and hit 2 more threes. At one point, boys, and Laura, the Lakers got 20 straight points from Dalton Knecht in the fourth quarter and overtime. He scored all 20 points in a row for the Lakers. And now everybody's super excited because I think he's in the rotation starting Tuesday night. I think this kid's going to – very few rookies, not even Kobe played as a rookie. Mm-hmm. Very few rookies get rotation minutes right out of the gate. This guy's the exception. I think you're going to see him Tuesday, and I think you're going to see him in every game moving forward. I think he's that good.
Here's what Dalton Knecht said after the game.
Fully took over was after I hit the first one on Bobo. I felt good, and then, I just kept shooting them. The overtime shot felt good, and I was just like – Brown and AD said it's time, so it was just time to go take over. And shout out to my teammates, they were looking for me.
Braun and AD said it's time to take over, and he did.
So By the way, AD also had 35 points.
Yeah.
And 12 rebounds. And I'm hoping, Mace, I know this is against what the fans want, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. I'm hoping LeBron and AD don't even dress tonight.
No, they shouldn't.
There's already
they are ready.
Yeah,
they are ready.
They've played they've actually played more minutes than I expected them to during the preseason.
And it's the second night of a back-to-back. This team they're coming off of a great comeback win. Let Dalton Knecht and the rookies play tonight. Let Bronny play. Let all these other dudes play, and let's see if we can get to Tuesday night healthy. That would mean LeBron would have had a whole week off, ramping up to the opener, And now with Knecht as a three-point weapon, I think the Lakers are in really good shape. Let's see if I'm right.
So you were obviously watching that game, John. It looked like from highlights and from things, the times that I was able to actually watch it, that he's shooting with full confidence from anywhere on the floor and a super quick release and pretty high up too.
Yeah, a little Kevin Durant-ish. You know how Durant releases the ball up over his head,
right? And
because he's 7 feet tall, nobody can block it. Knecht shot the one that sent the game into overtime over Bull.
Wow!
Right. And to Greg's point, he just keeps his hands back and shoots over his head, so even a 7'5" guy can't block him. And, guys, he almost looks like a Euro player. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of Bojan Bogdanovic. He's just got this super, really quick release. And, we all know JJ wants these guys to shoot more threes. And to your point, Greg, he has a green light anywhere on the floor as a rookie. And I keep hearing JJ telling him, because we're sitting down there near him, shoot it. I think JJ would actually take him out if he didn't shoot those shots. He wants threes. He wants Knecht to shoot. He doesn't care if he makes them. He wants to develop a culture where the Lakers are shooting as many threes, if not more, than their opponent.
So this seems like a guy that he can learn from JJ. He seems like that type of guy, the same type of JJ, just taking from anywhere else.
Dalton told me that Rick Barnes, his coach at Tennessee, pulled out tape of Redick in the NBA before Dalton was ever a Laker, and showed him and said, "Watch how quick this guy comes off screens, and watch where his hands are, and watch how quick he shoots." And so now if you watch Dalton, he's coming around the corner like JJ used to and just jacking it up. And he's one of you guys mentioned this. He's got full support of LeBron and AD.
LeBron and AD. He said it. They said it was go time. He
normally
went.
if you have two superstar players that need to eat, they want to make sure they touch the ball every time down the floor. LeBron and AD are like yelling at him to shoot it. So this could be a lot of fun, guys. We'll see. If they got to stay healthy. They got to play defense. The West is completely loaded. I think the Lakers could finish anywhere between 3rd and 12th. It's that loaded.
3rd and 12th. Come on, that's
a little bit of a range.
All right, no, narrow that down a little bit.
No, all right. So here we go.
If you get 3rd, why not 1st?
Yeah, no. I got him 6th. I got him 6th.
Okay, so no. Let's think about this for a second.
Okay.
All right. So I know that sounds ridiculous, but think about this. So, we all agree that Oklahoma City's the best team, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Oklahoma City's the best team, and we all think Minnesota's going to be really good too.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So
let's
miss
say Cat, I think, a little bit.
Well, Julius Randle is pretty good.
Not as good as Cat.
And Dante DiVincenzo will help them.
Yes.
But anyway, they're going to be good. So then after that, we've got Dallas and Denver probably in some order wrap up the top 4.
I would say I would go Dallas and Denver in that group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So, but now, maybe I should have said between 5th and 12th because now it is an absolute toss-up. If you think about, like, for example, let's slide the Lakers in at 5 just for the sake of this exercise.
Okay.
All right. Are the Lakers better than Phoenix?
Yes.
Are they better than New Orleans?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Are they better than Houston?
Yeah, Houston's coming, but Houston's going to be a play-in team this year, I think.
We think they're better than the Clippers, right?
Yeah,
well, the Clippers are going to
they're
drop.
Definitely better than the Clippers.
Okay, but now look, it starts to get really weird. Are they like is Memphis with Ja? Are they coming back?
Depends how Ja looks, but that's going to be a close one because they were the top seed when Ja was there.
Right. What about Sacramento? Are the Lakers better than Sacramento?
DeMar DeRozan, that's interesting.
Sabo-
Domantas Sabonis has great success against Anthony Davis.
De'Aaron Fox has been fantastic
Right.
against
so
them.
we don't know if they're better than Sacramento. We don't know if they're better than New Orleans. We don't. I think they are. We think Oklahoma City, Minnesota, and Denver, who are all in the same division, are going to be ahead of them. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They could. Golden State, are they better than Golden State?
Yes.
You think?
They got the size.
Golden State's getting younger. I think that's going to take a couple of years to cook. Don't you?
You still got
No,
Steph.
I like him.
You like him a lot?
Yeah,
no, you got Steph.
I like Buddy. I like Buddy Hield. I like DeAnthony Melton. I like the changes they made.
Right, but they've got guys
They're
that are
undersized, though.
They've got guys who are younger and not as big. So
It's
But
really
that's what I'm saying. Like, Greg, if you had to pick where the Lakers are going to finish, where would you pick? I'll give you. You can pick any number you want for $1 million. What number would you pick?
God, probably in the 7-8 range where they usually are.
Yeah, I don't think you're crazy.
I say they're 6. They avoid the play-in tournament this year. They get the 6.
I'm with Mace. I got them at 5 or 6. So anything lower than that would be a disappointment, I think.
I think you can look at who they are obviously better than. They're better than the Clippers. They're better than the Trailblazers. They're better than the Jazz.
But all those teams are not.
The Spurs aren't.
Spurs are a
ready.
year away.
Yeah.
So they'll definitely be in the 10. That's for the top 10.
Right.
They're there.
Then, all right, I got to tell you guys. Do we want to break before I tell Mace why I texted you at 2 a.m?
Yes.
Okay.
The 2 a.m. text.
I've never texted Mason at 2 a.m, but I did last night.
No
and
way
I'll tell
he
you.
answered.
I'll tell you why.
We'll do that coming up next. Plus, World Series is on the brink for the Dodgers. Today is a chance to clinch. They're up 3-1. We will circle back to what we expect from today's game. They are the hot team right now with a chance to close it out. Mason, by the way, Ireland, before we take this break,
yeah,
I'm sure you were smiling last night when you saw Dalton Knecht.
Not only smiling, but that's a reminder for you guys to enter the Beverly Hills Orthodontics contest at ESPNLA.com. So here's what they're doing. Beverly Hills Orthodontics, my friend Monica Madden, Dr. Madden's the greatest. They're running a contest. Everybody always says, I never win anything.
Yeah.
Here's your chance.
Yeah, win something.
Here's your chance to win something. And the prizes are good. They want to know who's smiling in SoCal. You can go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. It could be anybody. a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan. You can even nominate yourself.
Do it.
Mason and Cappy will nominate themselves.
I am nominated.
So
Self-nomination.
Now, here's what you win. Sweet tickets to Laker games, Kings hockey games, USC games, Rams games. Sonic Care electric toothbrushes. If you've never had a Sonic Care, Mason and I both have had them for years.
Oh, they're so good.
These are $200 toothbrushes that are fantastic, and we're giving them away for free as part of this contest. You can get whitening treatment or the grand prize, Invisalign, which is super expensive, but you'll get it for free.
That's nice.
Enter at ESPNLA.com. Just go to our website, ESPNLA.com. Click on the Beverly Hills Orthodontics Who's Smiling in LA link and enter today. Oh, Laura wants me to go back to back.
Oh, back to back.
She says, talk about Toyota.
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, you got to talk about Toyota, obviously.
So, Toyota.
Very smooth today.
Yeah, this was not a good idea. We did not plan this.
Yeah,
well.
no.
Matter of fact, let's talk about Toyota next. We'll talk about Toyota in the next break.
All right.
All right.
Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most fun.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
right, the starting lineup is officially in for the Dodgers today as they get ready for a 2
Freeman
o'clock start. Ohtani leads off. Mookie batting second. Teo batting third. Freddie Freeman returns batting fourth.
Yes, sir.
Tommy Edman, who's been red hot, batting fifth. Kike sixth. Muncy at third. Will Smith catching. Andy Pages in the lineup today in center field. And, of course, John Flaherty, game one winner.
Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty. What did I call him?
John.
No, his friends call him John. No, Jack Flaherty.
Is there a John Flaherty?
I think there is
There is a John.
Flaherty.
I'm trying to remember where, but I think there is.
Yeah. Probably some movie character or something like that. Anyway, that's your starting lineup for the game today. Dodgers with the chance to close it out. Now, the 2
Unless
a.m.
you were thinking of John Fogerty, the singer.
John Flaherty, American broadcaster.
Yeah, that might be it.
Wait, what did you say, Laura?
American broadcaster, as I Googled it.
John Flaherty?
John Flaherty. He is it's an American television baseball broadcaster and former professional catcher.
Okay, so that's not, I wasn't that far off.
You were not that far off.
I'm sure I've heard that guy. So Jack Flaherty, anyway, is going to pitch.
By the way, the Dodgers destroyed David Peterson.
Yeah, they do. They're batting collectively .343 against him.
Do you guys think, I mentioned this during Super Crosstalk, but Greg, you weren't there. Do you guys think it'll help that the Dodgers themselves came back from 3-1 a couple of years ago, the year in 2020 when they won the title, that they're up 3-1 now and they won't relax?
Yeah, I think they know that's possible. Actually, you know, I kind of what I wanted to get to is
hey, real quick before you do that, let me tell the story about why I texted you at 2 a.m.
Yeah, do it.
So Mason is in, and I have no idea why he's swimming with the sharks he is, but I give you credit for this, Mace, is in like the world's most intense fantasy basketball league.
Yes.
And it's got all these high rollers from LA NBA media.
People in the league.
Yeah, like Jovan Buha and Mike Trudell and Kevin Ding and Aaron Larsoul and all these. Mason is by far, I think there's 14 guys in your league.
Yes.
You are by far the least qualified person to be in this group.
Swimming with sharks, Ireland.
Yeah. So Mace had mentioned to me a couple days ago, you may even have said it
yesterday,
on the air, that you guys were doing your draw to see where you draft.
Yes.
And Trudell, in order to keep it fair, puts 14 names in a hat and lets Stu Lance, the dean of Laker broadcasters, pick names out of the hat. Mike does this every year. So last night, Trudell decided to do it when we landed in San Francisco at 2 a.m. The game in Phoenix went overtime. It took us a while to get out of here. We land in San Francisco at 2 a.m., and Trudell is right in front of me taking names out of the hat. And Stu in the past twice has given Mason the number 1 overall pick.
Yes.
So last night, they're picking names out of the hat, and they're going down the line. 14, 13. I'm hearing all these names.
What are
Jovan Buha, Aaron Larson. The 2 names I'm not hearing are Mike Trudell and Steve Mason. And so, by the way, Andy Kamenetsky, was either Andy or Brian.
Kamenetsky.
Brian got the last pick. He got the 14th pick.
He already emailed and said he thinks it's all rigged.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
I was
there.
I was sitting right behind Stu, and he's taking the names out, and no Mason, no Trudell, no Mason, no Trudell. It gets down to the final 3. No Mason, no. So Mason and Trudell are guaranteed a top 3 pick, and the number 3 name comes out, and it's Trudell.
Yeah.
And he was bummed because he wanted either Wemby or Jokic.
Yes.
And so now he couldn't get either one. And I'm like, there's no way Mason's going to get the number 1 pick again. Sure enough, second name comes out, not Mason. You got the number 1 pick for the 3rd time in 5 years?
3rd time in 5 years. Stu is my lucky charm, man. That guy is a superstar when it comes to draft. Well, he's a superstar when it comes to everything. But when it comes to doing this draw, fantastic. And now, by the way, Ireland, I am already torn Wemby or Jokic, Wemby or Jokic,
I would
Wemby
take
or
Wemby.
Jokic. I know you would.
Wemby is the right choice.
You think Wemby's the right choice?
Here's why. Because they're going to be similar in points. They're going to be similar in assists. They're going to be similar in rebounds.
And Wemby will win the blocks category by himself.
By a mile.
Yeah.
By a mile. Do you get points for Defensive Player of the Year?
No DPOY points.
Okay, but
you do
I
get
would
blocks,
take Wemby,
steals,
but here's
pointers.
Here's the good news. Well, Jokic will beat him in 3-pointers,
Yeah.
but Mace,
Really?
here's the good news. You cannot screw this up.
Yeah, yeah.
If you take either Victor Wembanyama or Nikola Jokic, you are gold.
Well,
so whatever you do, you can rest easy.
What Trudell says about me in this league is that I like every shiny new thing. So I wind up with all the rookies. I wind up with all the guys that are – and so Wemby would qualify as the shiny new thing, and I will probably wind up taking him.
I just think Wemby is too good to pass.
Yeah.
You know, like, not that Jokic isn't, but Wemby, I mean, we don't – he's 20 years old.
Yep.
And he's already a top 10 player in the NBA.
Yeah, no, it's
so
amazing.
what's he going to be when he's 23?
Crazy.
You know?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's probably – but thank you, Stu. That is so kind of Stu to once again get me the number 1 pick in the True Hoops Fantasy Basketball Draft. All right, so Dodgers, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about last night. I think that this series at the plate can be described in one word: patience. They have shown so much patience.
Look at Muncy.
Look at the number of walks. 31 walks in this series.
In 4 games.
7+ walks in 4 straight games, a postseason record. And Max Muncy is, as you mentioned earlier, John, 12 straight plate appearances, reaching base, and he's walked 8 times in this series. 8 times Max Muncy has walked.
And also Shohei has walked 7 times,
7 times
in this series. So they're just walking. And by the way, they're doing that, and they're walking to get to Mookie, who Mookie is just
killing him.
Just killing him. In the 3 times that they walked Shohei, he got a single, a double, and a home run. So
the thing that I know I brought this up yesterday, but the thing I can't get my head around, I don't even know how we contextualize it and talk about it, is I've never, ever, and I've been watching baseball forever, seen a pitching staff flip like this, like the Dodger pitchers have over the last 3 weeks. I mean, we didn't have any good starters.
Right.
Remember we used to do show after show talking about how they're probably not going to win it this year because all their starting pitchers are down. Only one guy from the opening week of the season is back, and you know, Glasnow's gone, Kershaw's gone, Dustin May's gone, Tony Gonsolin's gone. They've just had too many injuries. And then the playoffs start, and all these guys become Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
It's like, it's unbelievable.
And the offense has been just ridiculous. I mean, Mets starters have thrown 15 innings. The Dodgers have scored 10 runs. Their bullpen has thrown 20 innings. The Dodgers have scored 16 earned runs.
Well, Laura, what was that text you put on the group chat last night? That they've outscored the Mets by more than any team in NLCS
Yeah, I think
history?
the run differential, is that right, Laura? Run differential?
The Dodgers have outscored the Mets by 21 runs so far, the highest differential by a team in the first 4 games of the postseason series of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just hammering.
It is a crapshoot, and we are the hot team.
Right, but that doesn't mean it's over.
No,
God,
no.
Matter of fact, if the Mets win today, then this weekend at Dodger Stadium gets interesting.
Yeah,
so that's why
6.
I hope they step on their neck and end it.
Yeah, game 6 Sunday, game 7 Monday, all if necessary.
Yeah, and hopefully none of this is
Hopefully none of it's
necessary.
necessary.
But this seems like the team that we've been hoping for the last 10 years. A team that's patient at the plate and gets big hits and with runners in scoring position. A team that actually has pitching and you can trust in the bullpen. We always have a little bit of a bullpen, or we have the starting pitching, or we have the hitting, or you don't have the hitting. It seems like everything is finally coming together. And
everything's firing at
over
all
the last
one
10
time,
years. We finally got what we needed, and I think it starts with Shohei.
Yeah.
And that's always where I've thought it. By the way, yesterday after the game, J.D. Martinez said that it's almost like a 14-year-old playing with 10-year-olds. He's just so much better than everybody else. Yes.
How about you calling the home
Yeah.
run?
Look at him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pump your chest.
Yesterday's show, Greg at the end goes, I'm calling it right now. Shohei comes up and homers first at bat of the game,
and then crap.
And then I was running around working at the game in Phoenix, and my phone starts blowing up, and all it kept saying was, Bergman. And I'm like, what did Bergman do? Did he quit? I went like,
that's not happening, John. Whether you like it or not, it's not happening.
I almost called you. I was like, why is Bergman? And somebody goes, Shohei home run. I go, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did.
I almost said it. I go, no effing way.
Yeah, you were right on the edge there. Right on the edge. Oh, that is so funny.
By the way, Greg, when I said it, I actually did say that word.
I caught
myself
you just
all right, so I'm going to ask Laura a question, who's in the producer chair today. Matthew Berry landed at 130.
At 130.
And where did Ryan Abraham land?
115.
115, okay. So
and we're out at 2, right?
And we're out at 2.
Yes,
and we got to do sports graffiti so the Dodger fans.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Laura's got a Dodger-related wheel coming up, too.
Maybe.
In the meantime, see where it lands, but I have a feeling I know it's going to be a Dodger-related wheel. Hey, if you're injured in an accident, here's the thing. I have a family member who was in this spot. You've been through a traumatic experience. Your body's trying to recover. Your mind is racing. You got to see a doctor. There are all these long, confusing phone calls, and then there are medical bills. If you're injured in an accident, remember to call Jacob. Instead of dealing with everything yourself, make one call to Jacob and let him handle the rest. Jacob's going to guide you through the process. On top of all that, he's going to fight to get you the settlement that you deserve. And if you prefer, you can meet Jacob's team face-to-face. You can come in, or they will come to you. You should take it easy. Don't stress. Let Jacob deal with the rest. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And Jacob and Ronnie, proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. Make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. And when you call Jacob, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
It's time for your LAFC preview, where we take a quick look at this week's matchups and news around your Los Angeles football club. Powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
We're down to the last match of the regular season, and only 3 points separate the Galaxy and LAFC at the top of the West. The Black and Gold are hoping for a 2-goal win versus San Jose and a Galaxy loss in order to take over the number 1 seed. LAFC midfielder Timothy Tillman.
I think the main thing we have to focus on is ourselves. If we don't do our job, then it doesn't matter what the Galaxy does.
Decision Day brings all the real-time drama as teams jockey for playoff positions simultaneously. Last place San Jose is out of the playoff picture, but would love to play spoiler in LAFC's season finale. Pre-game of LAFC and the Earthquakes begins at 5:30 p.m. after USC football on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And that's your LAFC weekly preview, powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and coupons off your next oil change. Go Black and Gold.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field. But off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Earl, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Is it Dodger related?
It is. I can't believe it.
No way. Wow.
Can't believe it. Well, we have been talking. I mean, it's the biggest story. Come on now. It has to land there. So I want to know, guys, if the Dodgers close it tonight. Actually, I should be very confident. When
there you go.
The Dodgers close it tonight. Okay? Who do you have winning MVP? Because there's a few
It's
guys.
hard.
There's a
yeah.
It is really hard.
Yeah.
I think I'll go first. I think I would give it to Mookie.
Okay.
I just think he's come up with timely hits, good defense. I could make the argument for Shohei. I could make it for Edman. I could make it for Muncy. Travis argued give it to the whole bullpen, which I'm assuming is not an option.
Yeah,
Mace,
not really.
I would give it to Mookie.
Mookie, 6 of 18, a homer, 7 RBIs, 5 runs scored. A totally great choice. Bergman?
So I would go with Edman, and it's because he has 7 RBIs. He's got a bunch of hits. In the game that they lost, he had 3 hits. He was really the only guy doing anything, and he's playing an important position at shortstop. He can play center too, so the 2 most important positions. And he was doing most of this damage that he was doing, besides last night and today, at the bottom of the lineup. So to be able to do that at the bottom is so impressive to me. I would probably give it to Edman.
Edman,
That's a really good choice.
7 of 17, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Brian, who are you giving the MVP to?
I think initially I would also think Mookie, but to be a little different, I'd go Max Muncy. Setting the record for the on-base thing, I think is very impressive, and just setting the tone for the whole lineup. And moving up and down the lineup, still getting on.
Max Muncy reached base, 12 consecutive plate appearances. He's 5 of 10, 3 homers, 2 5 of 10, 3 runs, 2 homers, 4 RBIs, and 8 walks.
Jeez.
Yeah, another great choice. Hey, Mace, before
What
you
about
and
one more?
Laura, well, you and Laura go, because I know
Yeah.
you guys haven't given yours yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
What do
Mace.
you got, Laura?
Well, go
I
ahead,
was-
and then I'll give a weird argument. Go ahead. Who would you give it to, Laura?
So I initially also thought Mookie,
Mm-hmm.
but then today, what about Flaherty?
Oh,
I like Flaherty
interesting.
too. If he goes 7 unearned again, 0 earned again, I think you kind of have to give him
And
a thought.
wins 2 of the 4
2
games.
of the 4 games, you could definitely make a case for him. I would go Mookie. I like Mookie. You know what? Mookie is, and you watch him on the postgame show. John, you probably didn't see it.
No.
Bergman, did you see the postgame show?
When Mookie went over
with
there,
those
yeah.
guys.
Yep.
Mookie is like one of the
He's so
most,
small.
but he's also one of the most likable guys.
Oh, I thought you were going with small.
He is so much. Him and Big Papi are so funny together. I just think Mookie is such a great sort of face of the organization. Kind of. We got 2, obviously, but
right.
I think Mookie would get my vote for MVP.
Guys, think about this. It's probably going to go down, and I've made this argument before, but I think the Red Sox letting Mookie Betts go to the Dodgers, trading to the Dodgers, might go down as the dumbest sports trade of my lifetime.
It's pretty bad.
He was a 28-year-old Gold Glove MVP outfielder.
Yep.
And the best player on their team. And the Red Sox are not the Kansas City Royals or the Tampa Bay Rays. They have money. The fact that they let him go over money makes 0 sense. He's the guy you pay. Why? How did we get him?
Well, we traded Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs,
Who was a
and
big
Connor
prospect.
Wong.
Connor Wong plays for the Red Sox.
He does play,
prospects.
but I mean, the idea that package somehow and here's the thing: the Red Sox are a big market team. I have no idea why they can't afford a future Hall of Famer, Gold Glover, slugger like Mookie Betts. That's the guy you're trying to recreate. And
Greg, what year did the Red Sox take out the Dodgers in the World Series? Is that
2018?
2018.
After that World Series, and watching the Red Sox dominate the Dodgers, I think they beat them in 5 games.
Yep, it was 5 games.
Yep.
I thought Mookie Betts is going to be there forever.
Yep.
He is going to be the heart of that team for the next 10 years, and they've got their guy. They got their Yankee killer. They got their guy. And for them to trade him over money is one of – obviously, I'm a Dodger fan, so it's a huge bonus for us, but I can't believe they let that guy go.
By the way, plus add to that Mookie said multiple times that he wanted to stay in Boston.
Right, that's Andrew Friedman, by the way, saying like, "Oh, this is the guy that beat us. Okay, let's just go get him.
Let's go get him." That's absolutely right.
Could I? I don't think I can, but I'll try. Could I make an argument for Freddie Freeman? He's playing on one leg.
No.
He's made 3 or 4 huge digs at first. He's hitting with one ankle, but he missed a game, so I think that probably takes.
I'm going to make a call. I think Freddie is going to be the guy today. Freddie is going to be the guy. He has hit David Peterson. I don't know how long Peterson's actually going to be in the game, and it's weird. It's a lefty-lefty, but he has hit Peterson really, really well. Is batting like 400 with 2 home runs against Peterson. So I like Freddie to go off today. That's my take on the way I think today is going to play out.
So in the 3 games in this series that Freddie has played, yes, and he's been amazing at first base, and despite of the whole foot thing, it's incredible that he's even out there. He has 3 hits, 1 run scored, 1 RBI,
probably not
1
enough.
walk, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, not enough, but a heroic performance.
Oh, yeah, no, it's great. And if he hits a big home run today, that's really going to show you. It's a very Kirk Gibson-esque type thing.
So we got a busy final hour of the show. Only 2 hours today because we're carrying the Dodgers game 4. What am I? No. Yeah, game 5. Sorry about that. Game 5. I'm screwing up my games. We've got Game 5 coming up for you at 2 o'clock. Coming up at 1:15, we're going to talk to Ryan Abraham about USC football. And at 1:30, we're going to do some fantasy football with Matthew Berry. But coming up next, open the phones, Laura. Is today the day? And that's probably a pretty good question, too. If we win today, who is the MVP of this series? We just talking about it. You heard a bunch of numbers. Who do you think would be the MVP? Bunch of names. What are your expectations for the rest of this series? And also, if you want to throw in, we got Rams-Raiders Sunday. Dalton Knecht last night, spectacular for the Lakers in a preseason game. All that's fair. 877-710-ESPN. We'll do some sports graffiti coming up next. 877-710-ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710-ESPN.
Now I can talk to you about Toyota and the Southern California Toyota dealers. For as long as I've been doing this, Toyota's had that championship mindset, and it's associated with all their dealers in Southern California. Why? Because year after year, Toyota delivers quality, reliability, and to be honest, the best vehicles on the road. Right now, brand new inventory is waiting for you. You can choose from an amazing selection of cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and EVs. Great deals waiting for you right now. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com. No wonder Toyota and the Lakers have been in business together for 50 years. Toyota, we make it easy.
The regular season finale is here for the Black and Gold, and there's nothing like Decision Day.
Jump for LA Football Club on A!
The top spot in the West is still up for grabs as LAFC welcomes San Jose to BMO Stadium tomorrow.
The Black and Gold are still alive in the West!
The Black and Gold go for their 6th straight win before hitting the playoffs. LAFC versus San Jose tomorrow after USC football on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Fall means sweater weather. For anyone not living in SoCal, now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Our hotel deals are hot as the desert sun. Book your room now for as low as $119 this month.
Number 2.
Clay Cookware Gift Giveaway. Get a 3.6 quart terracotta pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 22nd.
And the number 1 reason.
Crack Up with Joel McHale. Live October 19th.
Morongo. Good times.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0000 0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Perennial Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Perennial Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
I won a World Series and I didn't have a parade. Parade is all I want.
A parade is all I want. There is Kike
Like
Hernandez. 877-710-ESPN. We will start out today with Carlos. Carlos, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Carlos.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to cheer on the Dodgers, man. Let's go Dodgers. You got to make it all the way to the World Series. You can't fluke again, man. If not, 1 week ago, Dave Roberts was out and Skip Schumacher was in. And look at, what 7 days does, man. We're almost in the World Series. Let's go, Dodgers.
All right, there you go. Yeah, Skip Schumacher is going to have to apply somewhere else.
Now, can I officially bury the Greg Bergman, Steve Mason, Dave Roberts hot seat? That ridiculous hot seat that the two of you created? Is it now gone and dead?
The seat is cool.
The seat is cold. They're probably going to give him an extension.
Yeah, I would give him an extension. Absolutely.
He's been
after this run.
Almost perfect.
Yeah.
By the way, highest winning percentage of any active manager by a mile.
Here's the weird thing about it. Every time I think, like yesterday's lineup, I had huge questions about yesterday's lineup. And we got to the middle of the game, I'm like, they were right about the lineup. They've been right about absolutely everything this postseason.
It's not even, for me, it's not about the lineup and it's not about who's the starting pitcher. It's the in-game decisions that he's making and leaving Evan Phillips when he loads the bases with nobody out and to get 2 strikeouts right back-to-back and then go to Trinan earlier in the game. It all made so much sense to me.
By the way, law of exposure,
yeah.
They've now seen Trinan and Phillips a little too much. They both gave up 2 hits last night, and as you pointed out, Phillips loaded the bases.
Phillips loaded the bases and then went to Trinan, but it's those types of moves that you think, okay, those were the right moves, and it was always the gut decisions for me going into this.
Let's go to Jared. Jared, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jared.
Hey, what's up, guys? I agree with giving it to Mookie Betts, but I have an interesting argument.
Okay.
What about how good do you think the pitching staff would be without Will Smith?
Wow.
Totally agree.
That is a really interesting one.
That is.
So just for his work behind the plate, 100%, he's been amazing. He just hasn't got enough hits, even though he's getting hard hits. It's just not there yet.
Right, Jared. But he is an unsung hero in this series. Although he's gotten some attention. Dave talked about him the other night.
Mookie talked about him. Edmund talked about him.
He's calling great games.
Walker talked about him.
He's going through pitcher after pitcher after pitcher, and he's calling all the right stuff. Yeah. Let's go to John. John, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, John.
Listen, I'm glad we got a voice of reason there, John Ireland. That seat should have never been hot.
Oh, no, it was warm. It was warm.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was warm. If they had lost to the Padres, he'd have been gone.
Yep. He's managed this pitching staff, which was depleted, okay?
Yes.
And Travis Rogers said that the Dodgers came out and stuck his flagpole on the mountain and said the Dodgers will not win the championship a month and a half ago. Cappy paid the price. He wore that costume. You guys need to hold Travis Rogers to the fire.
Correct.
If the Dodgers win the World Series, Travis needs to show up and pay the price to the fans.
All right,
Amen.
there you go. By the way, John, do you
Down with Travis.
Do you dispute that? I think if the Dodgers had lost to the Padres, Dave Roberts would have been
Of course I dispute
replaced.
it. I've been disputing it against you two for
I
the
think he
whole
would have been
season.
replaced. There was too much
Yeah,
heat.
not what you have wanted. Did you think they would have gotten rid of him
No.
for losing 3 times in 3 years to your
Nope.
division opponent in the first round? Of course, you're gone.
No, Greg, he finished with the best record in baseball.
It's not about regular season. It's
we've
never
seen
about
that.
regular season.
We've seen that.
Mason, you're the king of the playoffs are a crapshoot. You can't worry about
you
it.
can't lose the crapshoot in the first round 3 years in a row, period.
Well,
to a division
he
opponent.
didn't, so
He
he's
didn't.
here, and screw you guys that wanted him out.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Justin. Justin, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, my question's mostly for Steve, just because I know you've been to the World Series before, but what is the best strategy for buying tickets? The ones I want are like 2K to 3K. Do I buy it now? Do I wait? If the Yankees get in, I know the ticket price is going up.
Yep.
Do I wait till the day of the game?
Okay, Justin, it's a good question. Here's what I would do. Buy him now. Because
I would too.
if it does wind up Yankees, it is going to be really, really tough. Those will be the hottest World Series tickets in years.
And
Yankees versus
Justin, let me
Dodgers.
take it a step further. Mace is right. And if you buy them now and the Yankees end up against the Dodgers and it even if you overspend money that you really don't have, you can always turn around and make a profit on them.
Yeah, that's true. That's
because
true.
right now, you think they're high now. Wait until if the Yankees come back and meet the Dodgers in Game 1 of the World Series. I mean, you're gonna be able to pay what it's like buying a house, man. If you can sell it for more than you're buying it for, go for it.
Yeah. Let's go to Mundo. Mundo, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Hey, John, I agree with you. Screw Morales. But
yes, I agree also. Screw
I didn't even say that today, but I agree.
I agree.
Hey, what's going on with all this commie talk still? Do the right thing, man. Just be a LA fan, Lakers, Dodgers, Rams, baby.
Well, I grew up a Ram fan for a long time. That's a possibility. I really, really like McVay, and I like Les Snead. I like Kevin Demoff. It just seems like since Mason is so entrenched with the Rams that for show purposes it would be better if I went another way. But I'll consider it.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
should
I
consider
guess
it.
for the bid it makes sense.
Yeah, for the bit. Everything's for the bit, by the way, Mondo. Everything's for the bit. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I think we need to give Andrew Friedman some props. Picking up Tommy Edman, who was down in the minors in a rehab assignment, and, of course, Kopech. Without Tommy Edman, I don't know where we'd be. What a great job by Andrew Friedman. Also, another question I had for John. Have you ever seen anyone catch and shoot like Dalton Knecht did yesterday? That was amazing. And also, I want to ask you Tom Brady and all the restrictions for buying part of the Raiders franchise.
Yeah, that's
Thank
a good
you.
subject, too. That subject will hold till next week because the Brady thing is interesting. But Dalton Knecht, John.
If you watch like the elite three-point shooters in the league right now, the Steph Currys, the Klay Thompsons, the Buddy Hields, Doug McDermott just got signed by a team the other day. What all those guys have in common is a very, very quick trigger. Catch and shoot all in one motion. Dalton Knecht has that. He doesn't need any time. If you leave him open in the corner and he gets the ball, it's out of his hand within 1 second. And that's a very hard skill to master, but he's got it. And I could not be more excited about Laker fans getting to see Dalton Knecht. He works hard. He's coachable. The vets love him. LeBron and AD have given him a green light. And more importantly, J.J. Redick has given a rookie a green light.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't happen, but he's got it. So when you get out there on Tuesday night, for those of you going to the games, you're going to see a really exciting 22-year-old prospect that gives the Lakers a new dimension from three that they didn't have last year.
And
so
back-
I'm really, really high on him.
And back to Mike's first point about Andrew Friedman, I mean, it's not even just Edman and Kopech. Flaherty, who's thrown today, was also acquired at the trade deadline. I remember everybody saying, oh, Edman, he's hurt, he's in the minor leagues, he's rehabbing, why are we going to... Well, there you go. He sees
And
everything.
by the way, we all killed Friedman, all three of us, for letting Jason Hayward go. And as it turns out, that roster spot is, might have been Tommy Edman. You never know. It probably would have been Chris Taylor, but you never know.
Chris Taylor has not really done a lot of things.
But,
besides
look
Golden
back to
Sombrero.
when he picked up Taylor. He picked him up off the scrap heap, and he
Yeah.
really helped. When
Max.
he picked up Muncy
Yeah.
was sitting at home without a job.
Same thing.
Andrew Friedman's just really – he's got a little Jerry West in him. He's really good at spotting talent that other people don't see.
Evan Phillips was DFA'd by the Tampa Bay Rays.
Right.
And he's one of the big parts of our
Anthony
bullpen.
Banda, I think, is exactly the same.
Yeah, same
got
exact thing.
DFA'd by Pittsburgh, and they picked him up. Let's go to Ramon. Ramon, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Ramon.
Hey, John, you're letting Bergman and Mason off easy about the Roberts thing. Here's what I want to see, and I think the perfect place to do this is at the next Mandy's.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring a life-size cardboard cutout of Dave Roberts up on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just want Bergman and Mason up there. I want Rogers. I want Laura. I want Jorge.
Morales.
And then especially that Lardo Morales. I want them all up there on stage. I want them all to bend the knee and kiss the ring and commit to Roberts. That's what I want.
Okay, Ramon, thanks.
You can want a lot of things in life.
Yeah. Look, you're
it would
allowed.
be a good bid for Morales to bend the kney to Dave Roberts.
Oh, it absolutely will.
Maybe Morales after you destroyed a bobblehead last year.
And all he's been doing is talking about how much he's looking forward to destroying
he's
the Dave
been
Roberts
rooting
bobblehead.
against
and he calls
Dave
him
Roberts.
gutless and picks on him
Scumbag.
unnecessarily.
He uses the term scumbag.
He's also the first one to go buy World Series tickets. He bought them.
Because he's smart.
By the way, him and his dad are going to go, right?
Really? Good for Chris.
I stand by my original take that
100%.
Dave Roberts would have been fired, should have been fired, had they not advanced past the Padres.
Totally agreed with you 100%.
Disagree, but the good news is we'll never know
We'll
because the
never
Padres
know.
are home.
We'll never know. All right, there's your Sports Graffiti for today. I wanted to mention that I am going to be – I'm so excited because Cosm, people are starting to find out about. It's in Inglewood. It's shared reality. It's an unbelievable experience to be there, and you should be there for sure. I'm stopping in to watch part of the Dodger game there this afternoon. I haven't seen baseball there. Tuesday night, I'm going to be there for Lakers opening night. It's hard to put into words how mind-blowing Cosm is, but if you go, you will feel like you're actually at the game. Trust me, you will love this thing. Cosm, so I'm checking it out today, checking it out on Tuesday night. Tuesday night, you can come hang out with me. We'll have details on that coming up next week, but Cosm is absolutely amazing. Cosm, COSM.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, are you looking to sell your house quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're your go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They will buy your home for a competitive cash offer, and you can close in just days, not weeks, not months, days. You don't need to make any repairs because they buy homes as is. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and the most 5-star reviews. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Sellers Advantage. Sellers Advantage is the fastest, most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your house, call Sellers Advantage and do it today. Sellers Advantage represents you. They don't worry about anybody else but the seller, and that's why they're a good fit if you're looking to sell your home. You can get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Stella, Brate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
All right, the Trojans are 3-3. 1-3 now in the Big Ten. They go on the road to face the Maryland Terrapins. You know what Terrapins are, right, Bergman?
They're turtles.
Turtles,
right?
exactly.
Turtles,
yes. And joining us right now, he will be at the game, Ryan Abraham from USCFootball.com. Ryan, what's going on, man?
Not too much. I'm in Alexandria, Virginia, getting ready for the game tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun out here in D.C. area. It's pretty cool.
Ryan, what changed after halftime of that game last week? I thought USC's defense in the first half was excellent. They're up 26 at the half, and it looked like Penn State must have seen something or made an adjustment because they came out and you blinked twice and the game's tied at 20. What changed?
Yeah, I think if you look at Penn State made some nice adjustments, and they were moving the ball pretty well. I thought USC got back to their bend but don't break kind of defense, but then they started giving up some bigger plays, and Penn State scores 2 straight touchdowns right out of halftime. I thought of some really nice adjustments, and you see the kind of creative offense that Andy Kolenicki, the guy, the offensive coordinator for Penn State who came over from Kansas, he really had some amazing plays coming out of that, and being able to use Tyler Warren like they did, 17 catches was absolutely ridiculous. So I think USC got a little thin on the defensive side. I thought they put up a good, fight in the first half, but they just couldn't maintain it after halftime, and then Penn State got all the momentum.
What the hell happened on that last offensive drive when they had a chance to seal the game and he just let the clock roll down? And then, by the way, Miller Moss missed a wide-open Deuce Robinson in that game, too, at the very end of the game. What happened on that last drive? And has he answered sufficiently the question of why he didn't use timeouts?
Yeah, we asked him about that, and I think I was thinking about this before. If you remember the Michigan game, USC had an opportunity to, in their penultimate drive, to like milk the clock, and they weren't able to do it, and they gave the ball back to Michigan. And I'm guessing that might have been part of what his thinking was. But he said once they crossed midfield, they had a negative play. It was the Woody Marks run that got stuffed for a 2-yard loss. Then they didn't want to give Penn State the ball back with time. So they felt like they had enough time. They had the timeouts. If they got a first down, they could kick the field goal and win the game. But to me, I thought it would be better to run some plays earlier. It seemed like the team got rushed a little bit. Penn State calls a timeout. It was a really weird sequence, but looking back, I don't have like a huge issue with it. But personally, I think I would have rather like tried to get you're an offensive team. Try to pick up a first down, get an even better field goal opportunity. But, at that point, he might have been thinking about what they didn't do in that Michigan game where they didn't run any clock off any time off the clock.
Right.
I've asked you this before, Ryan, but it's still an issue, so I want to revisit it. Why isn't Zachariah Branch more impactful in these games? Is it on him? Is he not developing the way we all thought he was going to be? Is it on the coaches for not getting him the ball? Is it Miller Moss not looking to him? Why isn't Branch more impactful in these games?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think a lot of USC fans are asking the same thing, John. We're not sure. And, I think it has to be some sort of combination of all of those things. And I think they're trying to get him the ball, but it just seems like whenever a ball's going his way, like the coverage has been really good against him. It's hard to get him the ball downfield. And then when they're shorter passes or screen passes, it seems to get kind of tackled quicker. So some combination of if you're just losing your confidence a little bit as a player, the coach is putting him in the right position to succeed. It's got to be something like that. But that's what the biggest head scratcher for the whole season has been for a lot of fans, because they expected Zachariah Branch to just have a breakout kind of season where it's his sophomore year and he's such a dynamic talent, but it just hasn't worked. And I'm curious to see if they're able to, it's a kind of a suspect Maryland secondary. Maybe this is the game he kind of gets going, and maybe it's like in basketball, that first goes in and then you start to kind of feel some confidence. Yeah. I feel like he needs a big game to build that confidence.
So you mentioned the bend don't break defense for D'Anton Lynn and USC. But at UCLA, he didn't seem to have that type of defense. It was based around the defensive line and the linebackers and being very, very aggressive and holding guys back. Why do you think it's different at USC than it was at UCLA?
I think it's changed, Greg, from like week to week. But if you remember like the LSU game and one of their best games of the season, LSU really wanted to run the football. They have offensive tackles that are going to play in the NFL. They have really good offensive line. And he was able to take that away. And by doing so, they did allow LSU to kind of complete some passes and work their way down the field. They weren't taking away maybe some of those intermediate routes. They really were focused on stopping the run. And I feel like they've done a pretty good job of like focusing on certain things for each game. In Michigan, I thought they did a really nice job outside of those 3 plays that they gave up big runs. But I think that's sort of been really taking away run games. And even with Penn State, like they were a really good running team, and they just didn't have a whole lot of success. So I think he doesn't have the horses up front that maybe he did at UCLA with that defensive line. Having the first defensive player taken in the draft and all that. He doesn't have that really at USC. And having a guy like Eric Gentry be out now for the rest of the season, I'd mentioned to you guys before that was a possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, he was their leading tackle for loss, guy. So I think some of that has hurt too. So you're sort of adapting to what the personnel he has. And I think they've been really good at taking one thing away, but you have to be able to, sustain that throughout the game. And, we've seen them kind of falter a little bit in the later parts of the game, like Penn State and Michigan.
Okay, I'm going to throw you something here, Ryan. Ready? I've got 2 takes on the USC football program, and I want you to tell me who's closer to being right. This is Tyler Natuno from USA Today. I don't think we're going to start talking about the hot seat anytime soon when it comes to Riley. His buyout is likely far too big for it, even be a conversation, but it's a disappointing campaign to say the least. And it seems fair to question this program's trajectory under Riley because it doesn't seem to be trending in the direction of winning championships. Then there's Joel Klatt from Fox who said this.
You know what it is? Texas 2 years ago.
Texas 2 years ago. We cut that way, way down. It was a minute and a half, and we cut it to just
meaning
this.
Mace, meaning that Lincoln Riley's got something cooking, and
Right.
in 2 years they'll be really good.
Exactly. In other words, are they Texas from 2 years ago building towards something, or are they aimless the way the guy at USA Today talked about?
Yeah, I don't think it's the aimless side, but Texas with Sark, I think they were losing some close games, and there were similarities there. But I thought they jumped into the NIL world pretty well. The recruiting was just top notch from the beginning. I think USC is still ramping up to that, but they have that kind of potential. And maybe it's a little unfair to Riley to have that kind of success in year one, but the whole game changed. And I think USC just in general had been kind of slow as a program, as an athletic department to sort of adapt to players getting paid, and it just wasn't something that USC was ready for. Where like at Oregon or Texas or Ohio State, they were ready for that kind of environment right away. So it's changed a lot. I think the whole game has changed, and we're seeing a little less portal stuff, a little bit more on the high school recruiting side. So I think it's closer to the Texas part of it, but I think Texas was really. It was a well-oiled machine a couple years ago, and they got it cooking now. I think USC's getting there, but I don't think they're quite where they were, or Texas was then.
Okay.
Ryan, last thing for me. What's this game like on Saturday? What do you expect from USC and Maryland? I assume SC wins this game, but the way they've played, every game's been a coin flip. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Maryland's struggling. They were an 11-point favorite last week at Northwestern at home and got blown out. And they haven't won a Big Ten game yet. USC hasn't won a Big Ten road game yet. We've seen road teams struggle a lot, but a lot of those road teams were underdogs. USC is going to be a road favorite again. I think USC can take care of business here, win this one by 10 or so. I think it's important for Miller Moss and company. There's a lot of criticism of him, criticism of the coaching staff. It's just there's a lot of talk. Just go out and win. Beat a team that you're better than and put up a bunch of points and just walk away and get your first Big Ten road win, and then I think the second half of the season shapes up a little bit better. That's the way I see it going, John. But, man, it's been a crazy season. You never know what you're going to expect. But that's what USC really needs. It's not a very good Maryland team. They need to just go in there and take care of business and not have it come down to a call at the end of the game or a one-possession thing.
Or fourth and goal or any of these things.
Win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Ryan, have a good time in the D.C. area. By the way, check this out for us. Supposedly, from the top of Maryland Stadium, you can see the Washington Monument. I want you to check that and report back next week.
I will do that.
Okay, good.
Have fun, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan. There's Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com. All right, Matthew Berry's coming up next. Got a fantasy football question, 877-710-ESPN. Should I play this guy? Should I play that guy? We'll do that coming up next. We'll take some of your calls. In the meantime, everybody's pointing and something's supposed to happen.
I need to read something.
All right, do it up, Laura.
Yeah, so every time we have Matthew Berry, it's brought to you by Fantasy Springs Casino, and you stay and play at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino just minutes from Palm Springs. Get tickets to exciting live shows or book your stay today at FantasySpringsResort.com. Brought to you by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. And if we do believe you have the best this or that, you will win a Fantasy Springs prize pack, which includes a 2-night stay for 2, dinner for 2, and golf or bowling for 2.
All right.
Make sure you call up.
So
that's
make sure
a great
you call.
prize, by the way.
Oh,
Really
it's great.
good.
I've been there. The food is amazing.
So that's 877-710-ESPN if you got a this or that question. In the meantime, the November 5th general election is right around the corner, less than 3 weeks. Yeah. Have you heard about this?
I think I have.
Yeah. Older adults are the most powerful voters in the country, and AARP has a long history of helping voters get the information they need without partisan spin. Here's what you need to know. All registered voters have received or will receive a vote-by-mail ballot. They started going out October 7th. Hopefully you have yours by now. The deadline to register to vote is October the 21st, just 3 days from now. On Election Day, November 5th, polling places are open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., and vote-by-mail ballots got to be postmarked by November 5th and received by November 12th. Also, changes this year. State referenda will now be asked this way. keep the law or overturn the law instead of a yes or no. And all polling places offer curbside voting. Visit aarp.org/CA votes or text 22777 with the phrase CA votes for more information and resources. AARP, empowering you to vote for the future you want. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
PNLA app.
Hey, it's Travis with Prize Picks. Did you know that you can win up to 100 times your money with Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks? That's right. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. So why not join 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. So when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at football. Patrick Mahomes, more than 267.5 passing yards, and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Come to Carden Alleyway Hyundai and lease a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SEL for only $201 a month plus tax for 36 months. Or get 1.99% APR for 60 months, your choice. Plus, get peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Carden Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. Lease for $201 plus tax. License and fee to well-qualified buyers. 36-month lease, 10K miles per year, 3511 due at signing. 1.99% APR, $1,752 per $1,000 financed. Not all buyers will qualify. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 10/31/2024.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
The regular season finale is here for the Black and Gold, and there's nothing like Decision Day.
Jump for LA Football Club on A!
The top spot in the West is still up for grabs as LAFC welcomes San Jose to BMO Stadium tomorrow.
The Black and Gold are still alive in the West!
The Black and Gold go for their 6th straight win before hitting the playoffs. LAFC versus San Jose tomorrow after USC football on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, as we get ready for Game 5, Jack Flaherty versus David Peterson at Citi Field in New York. Dodgers with a chance to punch their ticket to the World Series. That's coming up at 2. It's also a gigantic fantasy football weekend. And joining us right now is the talented Mr. Roto, Matthew Berry. Matthew, what's going on, man?
Not much. How are you guys? I'm surprised you guys want to talk a little football with the Dodgers playing as well as they are.
There are still a ton of people playing fantasy this weekend, Matthew. So this is a public service.
If it was anybody but you, if we were not missing a chance to talk to you, and here's one of the reasons why. I am one of many fantasy owners who drafted and stashed Nick Chubb. How soon would you implement Chubb? Do you think he makes an impact like right away, or would you wait?
Again, sort of depends on how desperate you are. It's a good week in the sense there's only 2 teams on a bye. He's going to play some this week. Now the question is, how much does he play? We don't know. What does he look like? We don't know. Their offense is a disaster, as we know. Under Deshaun Watson, it doesn't look like Jerome Ford's going to play this weekend. So I think there's a chance, but like in an ideal world, you wait 1 week. Let's see what he's look like. I think they want to ease him back in. They've got 1 win on the season. They're already playing for next year. Chubb's an important part. So I think they're going to try to take it easy with him. If it was me and I had a better option, I would go there and wait to see what we get out of Nick Chubb.
All right, so I was one of the people that last night played Cortland Sutton, and he gave me absolutely nothing, not even 1 target. So that was very frustrating. So I need to do well here. I have Ramondre Stevenson or Raheem Mostert. It's the right way to go there.
Stevenson, I think, is dinged up.
He's questionable.
Stevenson is a little banged up. It looks like Devon Achane is there. The positive here is that you'll know early on. Right now, it looks like Stevenson, I believe, is listed as questionable. I haven't had a chance to look over the last hour. But that's the early game. That's the London game as well. So you'll know. If Stevenson's healthy, then I would go with Stevenson because Devon Achane off the concussion protocol list. He's cleared to play. So Mostert at best is, the second running back. He might split with Jalen Wright. So I prefer Stevenson if he's active. And that decision will be made for you.
Okay, let's get a couple of calls in here. Let's go to Alex in L.A. Alex, you're on with the talented Mr. Roto, Matthew Berry. Go ahead.
Thanks for taking my call, guys. I'm just between in a full PPR flex. I'm going between Joe Mixon and Marvin Harrison Jr. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, it's Joe Mixon. Harrison hasn't officially been cleared yet from the concussion protocol as well. So Mixon, who's been all sorts of terrific so far, fully healthy. They dealt Cam Akers, the Texans did this week. So Mixon to me, and I don't think it's particularly close.
All right, let's get Brian and Tustin in here. Brian, you're on with Matthew Berry. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm wondering between Amari Cooper and Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I think I would go with Zay Flowers there, honestly.
Go Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers. Amari Cooper, he's with Buffalo. We don't know how much of the playbook he's going to learn, how much he's going to know. Look, they might try to force feed him a touchdown for sure, but Zay Flowers, who's been so good, he's gotten at least 7 targets in every single competitive game that the Ravens have had. There have been 2 games where they've just blown the team out, and he hasn't gotten any work. But every other game where the Ravens have been competitive, Zay Flowers has north of a 20% target share. He leads the team. It should be a great game Monday night against the Buccaneers. Bucs have a bad defense, bad secondary, but a good team. I don't think the Ravens blow them out. Yeah, so give me Zay Flowers.
Okay, last one. By the way, congrats to Brian and Tustin. He wins the Fantasy Springs prize package. Let's get one more in. We're going to go to Omar in Reseda. Omar, you're on with Matthew Berry. Go ahead. Omar?
Hello, yeah.
This is the talking part, Omar.
Talking part, Omar.
All right, hang
Omar's
up on him.
gone. Sorry, Omar. Oh, I'll tell you, the question was Kirk Cousins or Jordan Love. That was the question he was going to ask.
I'm sorry, Jordan Love or who?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Don't think you can screw that one up. I like both guys. This week, but I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. I mean, they're really dialed in, and it's a great matchup.
Cool.
So, yeah,
All right, let me get a few of these questions off social media, Matthew. James Cook or Jordan Mason?
I'm going to go, well, that's a health question, right? I mean, we don't know as of right now whether Mason or Cook are going to play. I think if both guys are active, give me James Cook. I don't want to go against Kansas City. They're so good against the run. So I'll say James Cook. Looks like he's going to play.
Jahmyr Gibbs or J.K. Dobbins?
Ooh, I get the question there, but I'm going to go with, oh, boy, God, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with Gibbs, but it's super close.
Isaiah Likely or Worthy, Xavier Worthy?
Isaiah Likely. That's a tough choice right there. Neither guy gets a ton of targets or routes, but I'll just go with Likely. He's not the one. I'd rather play Tampa Bay than Kansas City, basically.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Matthew, people can get Matthew Berry on Sunday Night Football, on Peacock. Describe what's the most important thing? Fantasy Life newsletter. Where are you going?
Yeah, fantasylife.com to sign up for the newsletter, to play guillotineleagues.com as well. And, of course, you can listen to my podcast wherever you get your podcasts, Fantasy Football Happy Hour with Matthew Berry. It's also on Peacock or the NFL on NBC YouTube channel, Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern until 1 o'clock kickoff. We also do Fantasy Football pregame on the NFL on NBC YouTube channel and on Peacock. So check it all out.
Awesome. All right. Hey, Matthew, thanks for squeezing us in today. We really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you bet.
All right.
Good luck.
See you, Matthew.
Matthew Berry, talented Mr. Roto. All right. Let me see. We got Game of Games? Yeah?
Yeah.
We're gonna do Game of
Yeah,
Games?
Brian's game.
Real quick, then. Let's do our Big Five picks. We have so much show today. Let's do our Big Five picks. So let's start out with, we picked 5 games against the spread. Why don't we start out with UCLA plus 4.5 at Rutgers? Bergman. Go ahead, Ireland.
Rutgers.
Okay.
Commitment to covering UCLA. Let's go Bruins.
Bergman goes Bruins. Brian.
I'll go Bruins as well here.
Bruins. Laura. Bruins. And I am on Rutgers here. UCLA is due to not cover. All right, USC minus 7.5 at Maryland. Start with you, Laura.
Let's go USC.
USC. Brian.
I'll take SC as well.
USC. Bergman.
Give me the Terps.
Turtle.
Ireland.
SC.
And I am on SC also there. I like SC to win this game comfortably. All right, we got one random NFL game. It's a good one. Vikings minus 1.5 versus the Lions. Vikings minus 1.5 versus the Lions in Minnesota. Start with you, Ireland.
Give me the Lions.
Lions. Bergman.
Love the Lions here.
Love the Lions. Brian.
I will take Minnesota.
Minnesota. And Laura.
I'm also taking the Vikings.
Vikings. And I am taking the Lions. I like the Lions in that spot. Road Dogs. Let's go to Chargers minus 1.5 at Arizona. This is a Monday night game. Brian, I'm just going to guess you're taking the Chargers.
And you guessed right.
All right.
There we go. Come on.
Laura?
I am going to take the Cardinals here.
Cardinals. Okay. Bergman.
Give me the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Show me Cardinals.
Cardinals. Okay. Ireland?
Cardinals.
Wow. Cardinals. I'm going Chargers here. I like the Chargers in that spot. All right. By the way, that's a Monday night game, right?
Right.
Yes.
That
Monday
right?
night,
Yeah.
And the last
Monday
one.
on ESPN Plus only.
Last one, Rams minus 6.5 versus the Raiders. I will go first. Give me Rams all day. Ireland.
It's too many points, but I'm taking the Rams.
Taking the Rams. Bergman.
Come on, now we have a bet. I'm taking the Raiders.
Taking the Raiders. Brian.
Give me the Rams. Come on now.
The Rams, come on now. Exactly right. And Laura, I'm guessing you're on the Rams.
Of course, we're taking the Rams.
Excellent.
This is where I win.
So those are the big
Hey, I'm
five.
beating you.
By the way, of all the people that are picking here, Laura has the best winning percentage.
Exactly.
She's at 53%.
Not by much, but it's a win.
But it's good.
A win is a win.
And whenever we do the Big Five picks, it is brought to you by Islands. If you're craving that beach vibe, there's an Islands near you with all your favorites, crafting your favorite Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. We are counting down to Dodgers Mets, a chance for the Dodgers to close it out and go to the World Series. We've got that game coming up for you at 2 o'clock, and we'll do a little game of games coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you are hiring, it takes up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position. Nobody's got that kind of time. So start using ZipRecruiter. Right now it's free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So just go to that exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hey kids, Uncle Artie here from Perennial Law, here to tell you about a newer sponsorship deal with Matt Barnes, who has deep LA roots, former Bruin and pro basketball player for both LA teams.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Perennial Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
California voters, listen up. The voting period has begun, and your ballot should have arrived in your mailbox. If you're feeling unsure about the voting process, My Vote, My Health is here to help. We offer a personal voting concierge service to make voting easy and accessible for everyone. Just call 1-855-223-2323. That's 1-855-223-2323. Our friendly live operators are standing by to help you with confirming important voting dates and deadlines, finding the nearest in-person voting center, locating your closest ballot drop box. Whether you prefer to vote by mail, drop off your ballot, or vote in person, we are here to guide you every step of the way. Remember, the last day to vote in person or drop off or mail in your ballot is Tuesday, November 5th. Your vote matters. Don't wait until the last minute. Call us today and let us help you plan your vote. For your personal voting concierge, call 1-855-223-2323. That's 1-855-223-2323.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated. You don't want a lot of people coming in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so that the sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
It's SUV month at Kia of Carson, and you can get sweet deals on the last of the 24 Tellurides and win a sweet night experience for you and 3 guests for just a test drive. Compliments of Kia of Carson and ESPN LA. We have great deals on our hybrids and plug-ins, as well as our all-electric models. So whether you decide to go with the Nero hybrid with an EPA estimated 53 mpg in the city or a rugged Telluride, we have the car and the deal for you all month at Kia of Carson. Visit KiaofCarson.com, or better yet, come test drive a new Kia for a chance to win a sweet experience.
The regular season finale is here for the Black and Gold, and there's nothing like Decision Day.
Jump for LA Football Club Ole!
The top spot in the West is still up for grabs as LAFC welcomes San Jose to BMO Stadium tomorrow.
The Black and Gold are still alive in the West!
The Black and Gold go for their 6th straight win before hitting the playoffs. LAFC versus San Jose tomorrow after USC football on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games. It's me, Bergman, and Laura, and Ireland on the road, and it is Brian Cohen's game today. Brian, what do you got?
All right, I got a game of either the Division Series, Championship Series, or World Series. So those are your three options here.
Okay. Division, League, or World Series.
That's right. All right, here we go. Number one.
Ireland's keeping track.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Roy Halladay's no-hitter versus the Reds in 2010 came in which series?
Mason will go first. He says it's the LCS.
I thought it was the Division Series, the first round. I'll go DS.
Yeah, I'm going to go DS also.
Laura?
I will go DS.
It is the NLDS.
It is the DS.
I don't think
All
the
right.
Reds got to the CS.
I'm the only one that didn't
Everybody
get that.
but Mason.
Yeah.
Number 2 here. Bob Gibson's setting the record for strikeouts in a game, 17 strikeouts. What series did this come in?
John.
I think that was in the World Series.
Bergman.
World Series.
Laura.
I'll go with the crowd.
Yeah, I think it was the World Series.
It was the World Series,
Yeah.
yes.
So everybody got that one.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody's got two. Mace has one.
All right, the famous Kirk Schilling's Bloody Sock game.
Yep.
Which series did this game occur in?
Bergman.
That was in the CS,
Laura.
I think.
DS?
Ireland.
I thought that happened in the CS. I think Greg's right.
I think it did happen in the
Probably, he's right.
It did happen in the
Yes.
CS.
Yeah, it was against the Yankees. Yeah.
All
Right.
So everybody but Laura got
Everybody
that?
but me.
Okay, so Greg and I have 3. Mason and Laura have 2.
Number 4 here. Madison Bumgarner with a 5-inning save in a deciding game to earn the longest save in postseason history. When did this occur?
Laura.
DS.
I will say that's CS. Bergman.
I'm going to say the World Series.
World Series. Ireland.
I'm with Greg, and I think it was a deciding game,
Right.
too. I think that was in the World Series.
Yeah.
It was the World
Was
Series.
the
yes.
World
Game
Series.
7.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it was Game 7. Okay. Not surprisingly, Ireland and
You
Bergman
too.
4 each.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oral Hershiser came in on 0 days rest after pitching 7 innings the day before. What series did this happen in?
Ireland.
So, was it in 88, or are you not saying?
I'm not saying.
Okay. I will say, I'm going to guess World Series.
It's me.
It's you.
Jeez, I don't know when that was. I'm going to say it sounds like a World Series thing, too. Yeah, World Series.
It sounds very CS to me. Laura.
I mean, might as well go different. DS.
Mace is with this one. That's CS. First the
Oh,
Mets,
boy,
1988.
Okay, so Mason's got 3. Greg and I are tied at 4, and Laura, you have 2.
Am I out?
No.
No, not yet, Laura.
You want to be out?
No. That's my bit now.
Okay.
All right. In which series did Randy Johnson come into the game the 9th, 10th, and 11th inning, picking up a win, striking out 10 batters? Or 6 batters. Sorry, 6.
I will go first. I will say that was CS. Bergman.
You just had a CS here. I'm going to say that was a DS.
DS. Ireland.
I'm with Greg. I'll go DS.
DS. Laura.
I am also with the boys. DS.
That is the DS.
It is the
Mariners
DS.
over the
All
Yanks.
Okay, so Laura's not dead yet. Bergman and I still tied at 5.
Garrett Cole's 25 strikeouts is a record for most strikeouts in which series?
It's me
are we
first?
to the point where we have to go first?
Yeah, you guys go first.
I'll go this time, Ireland. Let's go with the CS.
Ireland.
I think Greg's right. I'll go CS.
Okay.
I got to catch up, so I got to go different. So DS.
I think it is CS.
Should have gone with Laura. It is the DS.
It is the DS.
Mace, that
keeping
was
it
your
alive.
chance.
Wow.
All
Okay.
right, Brian, how many are left?
I got 2 more in a tiebreaker.
Okay.
So I'll go first this time.
Okay.
All right, Jay Johnstone set and holds the record for batting average with 778 in which series?
Wait a minute.
Bergman, you're going first.
No, I'm
John.
going first.
Oh, okay.
Jay
Johnston.
I have no idea.
Hit 778.
Yeah,
It holds the record for what series?
I'm going to say, well, he was never a World Series MVP. So I'll say it's the CS. Because that would have made him a World Series MVP, I think. So I'll say it's a CS.
Yeah. I'm going to just to let someone get a point. I'm going to go DS.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Do we have to go different than
Do we have to go
Ireland?
different,
Yeah.
Brian?
I forget how
Yeah,
much.
there's two left. You guys, Laura, you do not. Mace, you do.
Okay, so I'm going with the CS.
And that means I have to go World Series, which is wrong.
It is wrong. It was the Championship Series.
Ireland gets it.
All right, so Laura, you got that too, right?
I did.
All right, so Mace, you're out.
I'm out.
I've got 6. Laura and Greg have 5. Is this the last one, Brian?
Yeah, last
and
one
you have
here.
a tiebreaker if you need
Yes.
it, right? Okay, I'll go first.
Barry Bonds set and holds the record for 13 walks in which series?
Wow.
13 walks.
Wow.
Well, the Angels never threw him a strike. So I'm just going to, I don't know this, but I'm going to guess World Series, 2002 World Series.
Shoot. That's what I wanted to go with. So it's not the World Series. It's got to be, let's just go with the CS then. I think it's a World Series, though.
Laura?
I also think it's a World Series, but I have to go different. So, CS.
Brian?
It is the World Series.
It is the World Series.
The Angels never threw him a strike. Greg, you know where you lost this?
Where?
I'm pretty sure that when Jay Johnstone played, there was no DS.
Oh,
that's
jeez.
right.
I just wanted,
Nice.
that's a good call. That's
So that's literally the only mistake you made.
Yep.
You and I were neck and neck, and when you said that, I go, oh, he forgot.
You know
There
where
was
I
no
lost
DS.
it?
When you were born?
The beginning.
Me too. Me too.
Right at the
at
start.
the end.
Right at the
Me
start. All right.
too.
So we had 2.5 minutes to talk about what is coming up, which is Game 5, Dodgers versus Mets. Bergman, how does this game play out?
So I do think they finish it out tonight. I think Flaherty does well, but not as good as he did in Game 1. Let's say he goes 6 innings, 2 earned runs. I think the Dodgers win 6-2.
6-2. All right, Laura, what do you think?
I will say 8-1.
Yeah.
8-1. Another dominating
Yeah.
performance.
8-1.
Laura or Brian?
Dodgers advance 7-3.
We've all got them winning. Ireland, I assume you got them winning?
I do. Dodgers 5, Mets 3.
A closer game.
Yeah,
I like
closer game. I say Freddie Freeman is the hero, and the Dodgers win 7-5.
Oh, you got a close game.
I've
too.
got a close game.
I'm the
It'd
only
be
one that
nice to
doesn't.
see like a full-on baseball game, you know?
I'd rather than just
8-1,
win.
buddy.
Give it to
8-1.
yourself
I
there,
take-
genius.
I take my... I disagree with myself.
You don't want that.
No, I do not.
You don't
You
want to
were
be
misquoted
stressing.
in your own
Yeah.
autobiography?
You and you are fighting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Internally.
That's me
By the
all
way,
day.
it's a monster weekend. We've got Lakers tonight, right, Ireland?
Yeah, and I think a lot of the G League guys are going to play tonight. The Lakers made a move this afternoon, and they brought up a new guy. So I think that what you're going to see is the guy they brought up was a guy from Belmont named Grayson Murphy.
Okay.
He's going to play a little bit. I think Knecht's going to play a little bit. They waived Jordan Goodwin and Kyler Kelly, and they're going to have to get down to 18 by Tuesday. But I think tonight's going to be a night where you get to see the G Leaguers.
Okay.
And
so,
at least I hope.
So monster weekend. We got Dodgers, Mets, followed by Lakers. And then tomorrow, USC, Maryland. Sunday, Rams, Raiders. Games, we won't even talk about if Game 6 is necessary. Let's just skip over that because I don't believe it's going to be necessary.
Let's end it at 5.
Let's end it at 5.
end it
Let's
at 5.
wrap this thing up. The Dodgers have Jack Flaherty on the mound today. If you missed it, Freddie Freeman is playing. And that is a very good sign for the Dodgers. They did all that damage last night without Freddie, and he's hit very well against David Peterson, who is starting for the New York Mets today. So, ladies and gentlemen, go Dodgers. Let's wrap this thing up right here on 710 ESPN.